Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Isis Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
This spy has been using his position as a journalist to spread lies and dissent among our people. No doubt he's been up to other treasonous activity as well.
But that's just crazy. I was a member of the Resistance. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars.
Yes, and your disloyalty now deeply sickens me. What do you mean? I like the way you think. Men, let's take the back way to the barracks.
But no, wait. You can't do this!
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa? My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Isis, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed. The military is divided, some supporting the Queen, others supporting General Vaklu. Their arguments over seceding from the Republic become angrier and more public every day. General Vaklu has said that if the Queen doesn't rule with the consent of the people, she has no right to the throne. Things could get bloody. I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us? My husband, he was part of the ISIS Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu. To protect the Queen, the conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
You have the look of someone used to adversity. A cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths? It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal. Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare. I have a feeling you may come across one. I only know of one person who might offer something comparable. And what's going on there is illegal. I'm a legitimate trader, so there's no risk. There's only one thing ultimately more important than money, and that's your life. She's trouble, I wouldn't deal with her. I want nothing to do with her. If you want to get involved with that sort of person, you'll have to figure it out on your own.
attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin is one of Iziz's greatest heroes and deserves recognition. The Ithorian fleet has yet again pushed back estimates for when the Beast will be cleared from our streets. They claim that the blockade continues to hinder their progress. Not only has this posed a significant health risk, but there has been a rise of Beast attacks in Iziz. 3 attacks happened last week. Disturbingly, there have been 2 additional Beast attacks today. The frequency of the attacks has been growing. The Council of Lords session is running late today as General Vaklu rallies his supporters to pass his amendment giving the Council the power to manage diplomatic relations with the Republic instead of the Queen. Critics say that this amendment is a thinly veiled attempt by General Vaklu to secede from the Republic. A supermajority of Lords are needed to pass it. Political experts say that Queen Talia still has enough Lords that support her to easily quash Vaklu's latest efforts.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you? Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Iziz.
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Iziz is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders. A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago. That's a long story. Sure you have the time? Most people don't care for an old soldier spinning a tale or two. Someone else who likes history, huh? All right. Iziz was formed pretty much at the dawn of our civilization. It was born out of necessity. It protected us from the dangerous beasts that litter Onderon. This city is as old as our civilization. Most of our technology was invented to fortify these walls and protect us. For ages, our worst criminals were cast out of the city to an almost certain death. It wasn't completely certain, though. Some of the criminals figured out how to survive out there. They learned how to tame the native beasts. And it wasn't long before they turned their attention to Iziz. About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people. It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Iziz. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders. They know better than thugs. Certainly, things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about? These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gisco around here. They breed like mad. Stay out of trouble.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right? You are? Wait, this is not so. You think to make a joke on Gagarin? But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here. Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Keg?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part. General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy. Of course, soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu! Oh, everything's great here. We're all very happy. So very happy.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia.
Back General Baklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me? Yes, you! It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future. Exactly. That is all we ask. Close to 2/3 of Onderonians want to reclaim our independence, to isolate ourselves from the ravages of the Republic, to relive our golden age when we answered to no Senate.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier, but I'll keep my peace, for now. If I speak more right now, the soldiers will arrest me. Perhaps they...
Kawanabota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Dahupa go sakurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tule. Kavatumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanta yay tua ulwan jiuma.
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi, kati mogogra. Drum pabanakaras mangra, kalalava dumba compaile mokata.
Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, tabosananansata. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe. Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yay tua ulwanji yuma. Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
Fereki mangradu noko herete, jun sombo marampino su clela sobuto. Cristocho entissime soto.
Tarachomo sincho cavavolpa muliji kumanaminta barawamba michedos. Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
Ondolal no saga, drum pabanakaras mangra.
Dovrei kunmuili vuosa slima puwanga sawana nuta.
Darabinuko sobaramwe, masako chiro, tutubichi, kamsa. Dachi mo danchanek ma winbok lelentele mepilan. Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalifa. Shanek ma winbok lelenko sobaramwe.
Tarachomo sincho cavavolpa muliji kumanaminta barawamba michedos. Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yay tua ulwanji yuma.
Dawancha mori konsova. Mawani dinchori kitsodu sobarenwa. Dorchine sobawata.
Yes, human sentient. I want to hear the answer to this as well. Do you stand with youthful idealism or with political pragmatism?
Dovrei kunmuili vuosa slima puwanga sawana nuta.
Vaklu is my choice as well. Politics is filled with those who react. Vaklu is someone who acts. There is an emptiness in the galaxy. A vacuum that will get filled. He may go far in his path.
Muliwrawa iberendia tia wishnu nunga se. Utadira mat mandrakotu sa minaringadin.
Wanta sort! Jun sombo marampa.
Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata. Kawana bota yuta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
The rumor I've heard is that you don't fully agree with our Queen and her supporters. If you aren't adverse to Queen Talia stepping down, we could use your help. It would be quite worth your while. I'm a strong supporter of General Vaklu. The Merchant Quarter is an important area, not only financially but strategically as well. It is one of the few districts that is directly connected to the Royal Palace. The Queen and her advisors are well aware of this and have ensured that the captains here are extremely loyal to her. This presents complications for Vaklu. If you could arrange for them to be removed from their command, you will be richly compensated. You can't attack them directly. The entire city would be after you if you assaulted their checkpoints. You may have to be subtle and patient. They don't have to be killed, just removed from command. For each task you complete, I am prepared to pay you 2,500 credits. Plus you will earn the favor of some powerful people. We could make your job much easier here.
There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower, and Bastuco guards the entrance to the Skyrim. All loyal, and all need to be reassigned. He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an accident. I believe you're familiar with that. Besides his strong loyalty to the Queen, I know next to nothing about him. He sometimes frequents the local cantina when he's at his post. He's been responsible for the merchant quarter for years. He's been chastised repetitively for his criticism of General Baku. His years of service won't protect him if he continues to subvert the chain of command. He has received several warnings. With a nudge, he just may get a dishonorable discharge. A true veteran, years of honorable service, completely dedicated to the Queen. Sadly, I think he's more on our side than the Queen's. But he's an old soldier that can't adapt to today's complex situation. Regardless of what the best interests of Onderon are, he won't swerve in executing the Queen's misguided decrees. Persuasion may be ineffective. Take this military security card. It can be used to slice into security terminals. Perhaps you'll find solutions there.
This woman works for Vaklu. The Queen is riddled with shortcomings and other faults. We should assist Vaklu instead. By helping Onda, we may convince Vaklu we need not be enemies.